What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Hey, if you're new here, please click that like and that subscribe, and don't forget to bang that bell notification. This way you'll get notified every time I upload a video. Well, today's video is brought to you by the one and only Advanblack. That's right, guys. We got a couple great products here from Advanblack. It's going to be a two-part series, but what we're doing is we're doing some changes up on Spaceball. Advanblack was very kind to send me their lower leg fairings for Project Spaceball. That's right. These are already paint matched in the vivid black and they're beautiful. And where they're going to go is right here on Project Spaceball. So there's some things we have to do to prep the bike to put it on. First thing we need to do is remove the windshield and the outer fairing. We need to remove the turn signals and the current engine guard, which will not be reused. And why is that? And they also sent me the Protect 2 front engine guard. So we're going to be doing an install and review on these two products. This video is the engine guard. Next week, you'll see the Protect 2 engine guard. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. And if you're interested in any of these products, please reach out to Advanblack. Tell them Dr. Harley sent you, or any of their amazing line of products that they have. So let me get started and removing the fairing. I did another video on installing it. You could see that. And so let me get the fairing removed, the turn signals removed, and the front engine guard removed. All right, guys, so I got the turn signals removed. I got the front engine guard removed. That was from SBC. That's going to be going up for sale because I have one from Advanblack I'm going to be putting on. So without any further ado, let's get started with putting on the lower leg fairings. And it's really not that hard. They give you the brackets and they're marked left and right. I'm going to start on the left side, which is your clutch side. And they give you all the hardware for it. So, I mean, a really nice kit from what I've seen so far. I'm really liking it. I do have to figure out what I'm going to do for front turn signals because the factory turn signals will not work with the handguards, and the Baja design turn signals will not work with what I have. So I'm going to have to really think about what I want to do here for turn signals. They do sell turn signal inserts for in here, which I'm thinking about, or the turn signal inserts for the handguards. Again, all Advanblack. So let's get this together and let's start working. Okay, so one of the mounting screws that we're going to use, it's a 10 millimeter. And where does it go? It goes right here for the mounting screw for the turn signal. This is the lower bracket for your ST fairing. They give you a nice 10 millimeter screw and a flat washer. And you're going to use some thread locker. This one is made by Turbo Fuse. No affiliation, no nothing with them. But that's who makes it. So put a little thread locker on the threads. Stick it through the hole, and we're going to line up this hole with that bolt and try and get this thing, oh, I'm probably in your way. Oh, okay, enough already. Quit arguing with me. Believe it or not, guys, this is a really easy kit to install yourself. For some reason, it's giving me a hard time right now, but that's okay. We'll get it. There you go. I got it started by hand. Now the next thing we're going to do is the lower bracket, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay, the lower bracket goes right here, and this will come out and mount right here. So we're still going to get plenty of airflow to the engine and everything. So I'm going to put a little thread locker on these bolts. But I'm gonna snug them up or have them in but loose so I can move the bracket around. And why am I using thread locker? I don't want these coming off on me. And I'm sure you can understand that and appreciate that. So I'm going to take my gun. It is a 3/8 hex head, or Allen, depending on what language you speak. And let's back it off just to here. There we go. It has movement, and that's what you're looking for, is that movement. Okay. Now what we want to do is line up these holes with the fairing. Okay, I got it loosely installed. Now what I want to do is I want to tighten up the top here, and that's a 10 millimeter. Everything you want to install it loosely. This way, when it comes time to tighten it up, everything is already put together for it, or everything will fit the way it's supposed to. So let me snug this one up and tighten up the bottom, and we'll continue on. All right, guys, these bolts here don't have to be Gorilla tight. They are a 5/32 and a 10 millimeter nut. Now I'm going to tighten up these bottom brackets. And as always, even though I use the gun, I'm going to tighten these up even further by hand. Okay, so this bracket is tight to the lower leg fairing. The lower fairing is tightened to the ST fairing. And let me show you that. So the bolt that I tightened up is right in here. I run my bolts here with the head out and the nuts on the inside. To me, it's a cleaner look from the outside. But I'm really digging that look. What do you guys think? So you got plenty of air movement to the engine. This here will direct the airflow to the motor, which is nice. Like I said, they have the inserts here for turn signals. I'm either thinking of here or up top. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Alan, see what he thinks is the best option, because I'm undecided. So here it is without, here it is with, and here's the nice side view of it. Plenty of leg room here for my foot controls. I like it, guys. What do you think? Let's get set up on the other side and do that one. It's a little more in depth. Oh yeah, guys, so I forgot to mention, right here on the lower leg fairing, where it meets the ST fairing, it's got a little rubber pad to avoid the squeaking from painted part on painted part. So don't worry about that. Advanblack's thought of everything. Okay, guys, from the way it looks, this here will mount right roughly here, but they give us some spacers. There's a short spacer and then a long spacer, which I would imagine the long spacer would go here, and then the short spacer would go here. And they always give you all the hardware. I do have to remove this bolt, which is a T45. Let me get that done, and we'll continue on with this. All right, I'm pulling that bolt out as we speak, and that's the bolt that's right here for the rear master cylinder. They give you all the hardware, like I said. So you got two bolts, they're the same length, that will go into the bracket. Now you want to put the short one on the top and the long spacer on the bottom. And before we go any further, I need to put a little thread locker on here. So let me do that, because we don't want to be without thread locker. Bingo. Thread locker is installed, and I'm just going to start these and leave them loose so we can have some movement for final adjustments once the lower leg fairing is on. So there, that will hold that out to here just like that, but as you can see, they're slotted so you could move it depending on how things work for you. Now, I might have a clearance issue here around the air cleaner that I'm going to have to look and see how that is. I might have to grind away, mark and grind away around for where the air filter goes, but we will see. So guys, I was wrong. I do not have to modify this at all for clearance around the air filter. So if you have a snorkel air intake, not to worry, this will clear it. I still have to tighten this thing up. So let me work on that, get it all tightened up, and then I'll clean it up, and then we'll talk about it. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. I'm really digging it. Look at that, huh? Doesn't that look nice? I think so. I really dig and appreciate the new look of Spaceball. I think it looks amazing. I know I worry about turn signals because I like people know, hey, if I'm turning or not. So I'm probably going to end up getting the turn signal inserts for here. So I like the look of it. I think it really sets the bike off different than what it was. You guys tell me. You know, you guys tell me, what do you guys think of it? I really like it. Big thank you to Alan at Advanblack and Advanblack for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. The installation is simple. The one thing to remember, guys, is leave everything loose until all the bolts are put in. And once all the bolts are put in, the way I tightened it up is I started at the bottom bracket. I did the top part, and then I did, here, let me show you. I started off down here, and then I went up inside of here, tightened this bolt right there, and then I tightened up these two last. So with that being said, guys, it's real simple install, something you could do at home. You don't need a lift to do it. I do it because it makes my life a lot easier. But if you don't have a lift, and I used hand tools, I hardly used any power tools. So, hey, some standard hand tools, a little bit of time, a little bit of care, and you could get it done. Oh, one last thing that I wanted to mention is your little wings here, your air deflectors. Really not needed at all. I just put them back there because I don't like things laying around. All right, everybody, until the next time, I want you to live the best life you can. Ride often and always ride hard.
Like and subscribe.